All right, what's going on, guys? What's going on? All right, let me move this one out of the way. We're gonna do this one later. There we go. Where to start? Where do we start today? What do you guys think? I'm thinking we just go ahead and do the inner parts of this. Let's just start that. Get my handy dandy tweezers. Guys, what's up? Thank you for joining on TikTok. Welcome in. We're gonna kick things off. I'll do some announcements once we get more people in here, but just starting out for the time being. If you guys don't know what's going on either, I'm the owner of Get a Grip Gaming, and we like to go live on TikTok to show you guys behind the scenes kind of what we do here. So there's going to be a lot more people joining us soon. As soon as the algorithm kicks in, we'll get a couple hundred in here, and then we'll get going. How's the music for my people on TikTok? Is it okay? Loud enough? Too quiet? Appreciate you guys jumping in here, though. Welcome if you're new, by the way. Welcome in. It's pretty quiet? Okay. How's that? Is that better? A little bit better for you guys? So what we're doing right now is just installing the tactile face buttons. So they're gonna get this nice like press. Can you guys hear that? Designed by Get a Grip Gaming, of course. And once we're done with that, we're gonna install. Let me take a look and make sure it has it. Yeah, they're gonna get the tactile bump. Oh, are you gonna do the repairs with us, brother? It's really fast. It's really fast. Like if you send in the order, we'll have it done within the next 2 days. Ship it back to you. You know what I mean? Johnny Jones, appreciate you, brother. He says 0 likes has me messed up. Let me enter spam mode. Bro, appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Alright, so I've got all the buttons here in a bag. By the way, guys, welcome in. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. I'm the owner of Get a Grip Gaming. I've got a whole bunch of buttons I just brought out of the bag for this particular controller. So this is what's going to get installed for this one. We are doing 2 tonight, which is pretty fun. So we're going to start with the first one here. This guy actually put in his order live a couple days ago and wanted me to personally build it on TikTok. So I told him no problem. My schedule's a little bit hectic, but Michael, appreciate that follow, brother. It's a little bit hectic, but we're going to get it done for him on TikTok live. Hopefully he can join us. Nice, looking good. This is going to look like a Cam. What's good, brother? What is good? I might be wrong, but this is yours, right? I'm going to be shipping you my controller soon to get the TMR. Jamie, that is awesome. Let us know if you have any questions on that. Guys, the process is fairly simple. If you do want to get your controller repaired or upgraded, you basically just follow. There's going to be a repair/mail-in customizer on the website. You'll literally just follow the whole process on there, like go through steps 0 to 100. And then from there, you'll be able to actually complete the order, and then you're going to get an email from us with the shipping information on how you guys can get it here. I ordered my controller last week. Cam, is this the one we're working on, brother? Oh, I'm pretty sure I just sent you an email if this is actually you. This might be yours, dude. Cameron said, I think yes. Cam, I think it is. Do you work on controllers or just the ones you make? I'm a little bit confused by that. So like if someone puts in an order live on TikTok and they want me to personally build it, then they can go ahead and do that. they'll send us an email, like they'll put it in the builder notes that they want me to personally build it. Otherwise, it just goes in the building queue, and then our builders will typically build those. Sometimes I'll pull some orders out of the queue for content on TikTok, and that kind of thing. Cameron, it just depends on what version you have for that controller, but you could take a look at the repair/mailing controller options with that. All right, let's get back to the build. Let's get Cam his controller built here. I want to make sure he's got these. So he did actually choose to remove the rumble motors and the controller haptics. So we're going to do that in just a second. I'm actually going to get the rest of this installed first. It's easier to work on this stuff before you actually... Oops, hold on. Before you actually take out the rumble motors, because what happens once you take out the rumble motors is it gets so light that it just tips over like this and falls on its face. It's actually easier to work on when it's like that. We also customize brand new controllers, guys. If you head to the website... Yeah, correct. That's the whole point of that, Mysterious. If you send in your stock controller and you guys want us to customize it, that's going to save you a bunch of money. You know what I mean? Like, you want Hall Effect joysticks on it. You want some paddles installed on it. You just have to make sure you understand what version controller you have. And we do have that information available on the frequently asked questions. Is it hard to build a controller? Hey, stick around and find out. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. So for me, it's not too bad. At first, of course, it's difficult, though. Of course. How do you fix a trigger that sticks sometimes? Joseph, is it a trigger or is it a bumper? These are triggers. The bumpers look like this. This is a bumper. And Joseph, is it PlayStation or is it another brand? I have a PS5 Slim IDK the version. Mysterious, I'm not talking about the console. I'm talking about the controller version. So there's actually 5 versions of the controller. If you go to our website, brother, it's getagripgaming.com. You go to our FAQ page. If you scroll down, you're going to see instructions on how you can figure out what version this is. Right here, this is version BDM 050. That's version 5 of the controller. Yates, that's correct. That's correct. Guys, if you're curious about all this stuff, if you send in the controllers, go to our website. It's linked in our bio. It's getagripgaming.com. Getagripgaming.com. By the way, here's split D-pads, okay? Split D-pads. So I'm about to install these right now. Literally just drop them in there. Actually, I've got to make sure the order's correct. Hold on. These do have a particular way to get inserted. Alright, that one's not. That one is. That one is as well. Okay, there we go. We got the order right. So we got the D-pad in there. What we did was we have a custom mold. We have a custom mold that split up the D-pad rather than it having being one molded piece. How long does it take to build a controller? Hayes, it just depends on which controller we're building. You know what I mean? It really just depends. Some controllers can take a lot longer than others. Hall Effect, haptics. Yeah, brother. Black and white would look clean, bro. Black and white would look clean. I believe these are our increased height for the menu buttons too. So these are much easier to press because they're taller. So they're called raised menu buttons. Way better than the stock menu buttons. I would highly encourage you guys to get those. Oops, looks like I got 2 rights. I need to grab a left. Hold on. There we go. So just like that, I got the other side. See how it's left and right? Two different types right there. All right, we'll get that plugged in. And now for the primary buttons. So they actually went with the stock primary buttons. Are they rubber? What do you mean, are they rubber? You talking about the menu buttons? No, those are plastic. Almost everything is plastic. The only thing that's rubber is right here. Yeah, the triggers and bumpers are wooden. If you go to the website, bro, you'll be able to like see all the customization options you have, and it shows you pretty clearly like what the options are when you're building it. And if you're even if you're doing the repair options, you can visualize like what you want for the new controller, because we added that same customizer just for the repair options, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it is pretty sweet. I love the wooden look. I think the wood looks really good. Like black and wood together, white and wood together, red and wood together. Even like honestly anything with wood looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Okay, so we've just completed the front of this controller. Now what we need to do is actually get the inserts in for the tactile bumpers and triggers. So I'm gonna do that right now. You literally just pop these into place with the custom mold that we have, and then these allow Top T. Appreciate that follow, brother. These allow us to go ahead and insert. See these buttons on the front? That's actually going to press those, so it's much cleaner. So just like that, we've got the front of this controller completely done. I think it looks pretty sweet. They did get the interchangeable joysticks too, and then can you guys see how tall those menu buttons are? Way better, way easier to press. Those are our raised menu buttons. Raised menu buttons. So I'm going to get 2 more screws in here, one on this side, one on the other, to close this up. And get it locked in so it stays in place. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I apologize, because he got the rumble motors removed, which is the next process. So I'm actually going to just pop these out. Guys, other companies will charge you 15 bucks to do this. You guys want to see how easy this is? Watch this. Vera, keep it clean, bro. Do you do Xbox yet? Juice World, we do not do Xbox yet, bro. The only thing we do for Xbox is replace the TMR joysticks. So other companies would charge you 15 bucks just to remove these. That's how easy that is. You just pop them out. They look like this. That's what gives the controller vibration. So it also adds a ton of weight to the controller. So if customers don't want that, we don't make them do it. By the way, guys, if you want a much better view of the stream that we're doing right here, if you actually go to YouTube, we are live on YouTube as well. It's got a vertical view and a horizontal view. Yeah, we will, bro. We will, Juice World. We're in the process of doing some really fun stuff that's going to be used on any controller. Yeah, mysterious. That's why a lot of people get it removed. They also like the lighter controllers. It's just personal preference, though. It's just bet. Yeah, bro, we're gonna have some good options when that stuff comes out. All right, so why are these here? These are here, guys, because these are the interchangeable joysticks that's gonna come with this board. So the small ones that are in there right now, those are the rubberized concave. They're like a little bit shorter than the medium ones. Here's the medium ones, which are rubberized. They're dome shaped, a little bit taller. And then these are the tallest ones for that right stick, so you guys can aim better. What's the best controller you would recommend? Brother, I would say one of our pro controllers. Mouse click bumpers and triggers, Hall effect, tactile face buttons, anti-stick drift. 1-year warranty on everything we do, guys. Alright, so I'm actually going to put these to the side. We don't need them right now. I am going to see if they want the speaker. Excuse me. Wow. I would do the tallest, and how much? The interchangeable joysticks are 20 bucks, but that's so worth it. You literally get 6 to choose from. I may buy sometime this week. That's awesome. Yo, Savage TV, welcome in, brother. How we doing? How are we doing? Alright, guys, we are actually going to get these installed as well. These are the bumpers and triggers. Let's go ahead and show off one of the controllers that we have finished. We couldn't ship it out today because it's President's Day. But this one has split D-pad. So you guys can see how these buttons are individualized. It's got Hall effect joysticks. It's got 8 remappable buttons. Okay. So these are for some serious gamers. This is your controller? How much for the Pro? T-Top, we have 4 different Pro options. It's 2 paddle, 4 paddle, 8 buttons, and then no bumpers. Excuse me, no buttons or paddles, sorry. That's so hard to say. Yeah, this one looks sweet. Again, we couldn't ship it out just because it was President's Day. Everything was closed. But I'm going to show you guys another one I've got over here too. So this one has the tactile tactile face buttons. It's got the TMR joysticks, It does have the 8 remappable buttons. I was just playing I wish it was my controller. I got you, bro. And then the mouse click bumpers and triggers. Guys, again, if you guys want to know prices, for sure check out the website. The website is just getagripgaming.com. Can you make one piece? Jaden, we don't do any like super custom front shells or back shells. But technically what you could do is you could find some place online that has that, order that, and then when you go to repair your controller, if you send us that as well, like we'll get that installed for you. We don't do anything with the PlayStation Portal, bro. In the future, we do want to open up like a repair shop for like everything though. But nothing for the PlayStation Portal, unfortunately. When the logos on the face buttons are not visible, that looks so much better. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. So you guys can pick that if you want. Like those are the stock options with the logos. Some people really like those. Some people don't like them at all. But any of the color options, you know, we've got plenty of different color options too. Those are not going to have the logos on it. Just like, it's just trademark stuff. Building a controller looks tricky. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Sometimes it's not bad though. So let's go ahead and get these installed, guys. These are the mouse click triggers here. So you just kind of slide them in place. Press it down. Savage, it's pretty complicated, brother. Got to go buy one, thank you. Do you have a team that helps you, or is it just me? Yeah, we've got a team, thank goodness. No way I'm doing all these. I would not have a life, brother. I already don't have a life. I would for sure wouldn't have one if it was just me. Alright, so we're going to get that right installed. It's just a super tiny amount of adhesive to keep that in place. Just like that. And then we'll do the other side as well. But guys, we are in development on some really fun stuff. I cannot wait to share it, except I'm only going to do that when it's done, of course. So these honestly don't stay. This is just to help it stay in place. While we're doing the adhesive stuff, and then it dries so fast you don't even need to worry about it. Building a controller sounds like a pretty good life to me. Yeah, I'm sure it can get old though. Speaking from experience. Not if you have multiple orders and no team. Yeah, you would essentially have no life if you just had orders all the time. It's your boy Cam. I switched to YouTube and you only go live during the week. It just depends. It just depends, honestly, on my schedule when we go live. I should probably be more consistent with it. What else do we do? Broken Heart, we do all sorts of things. Okay. So specifically for the PS5 right now, for the PS4 and Xbox, the only thing that we do is the TMR joystick installation. But for PS5, I mean, you name it. All sorts of cosmetic options, mouse click bumpers and triggers, tactile face buttons, Hall effect joysticks, TMR joysticks. We've got 2 paddles, 4 paddles, 8 remappable buttons, interchangeable joysticks. Yeah, you guys name it. We do a lot of this stuff. So I'm waiting for these to dry. While that is happening, I'm actually going to go ahead and install the motherboard. So I'll slot it into place just like this. Pretty easy, you just press it down. The reason this one's a little bit easier is because we're not having to solder anything for the motors, because there obviously are no motors. And then for the adaptive triggers here, they are going to get those removed because they got the mouse click bumpers and triggers. I am the owner, Hayes. Yes, I am. Can you custom make drawings? We don't do that sort of customization yet, guys. For that sort of process to happen, you essentially need to do hydro dipping, and it gets very pricey because every order you have to do like one of one, versus like just picking from the color options that we have and then sitting down. Like that's how much more complicated doing truly custom controllers are. So it's definitely going to be pricier if we open that up. What's the difference between TMR and Hall effect joysticks? Wilding, I think you're going to want to take a look at our video on TikTok. So we do have a video on there that looks like this. It's got my hand and it's got some joysticks on top of it that talks about the potentiometers, Hall effect, and TMR joysticks. So I think that'd be really beneficial for you to take a look at. Essentially the difference though, the difference between those is TMR is more precise. It takes less power consumption. It's also more durable as well. All right, time to pop these out. Let's see what they sound like. Sound amazing. So these are ready to go. We need to get a couple wires in here, but before we do that, let's go ahead and pre-test this. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in and we'll see how everything is working before we get everything closed up and the rest of this installed. So far so good, everything's activating properly. We always want to check the bumpers too. Nice. Nice, this one's looking really good, guys. Can I work on non-working PS5 controller? What do you mean? Why would I want to do that? Joe, what you're going to want to go to, it's not the greatest, but if you have an Xbox or even a PC, guys, if you download something called the Xbox Accessories app, you can try and recalibrate your joysticks from there. However, if that does not work for you, one thing we do offer is TMR joystick installation, which are anti-stick drift. So you guys would just send us a message through the website and go ahead and take a look at that so that we can get back with you and talk about pricing for getting the Hall effect joysticks installed on your controller. Excuse me, TMR joysticks on the Xbox controller. That's really the only way to fix like really bad stick drift on Xbox. Like a battery replacement. Yo, Verno, appreciate the follow. X Prodigy, appreciate the follow. Like a battery replacement. I mean, we would literally just switch out batteries. For how much batteries cost and how much work it would be to like try and fix a battery, we would just replace it. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone would ever like waste their time to try and repair a battery. You could just buy a new one for way cheaper than it would be to spend all that time and effort trying to repair it. How much to fix stick drift on PS5? Fixing stick drift, again guys, we would just install the Hall effect or TMR joysticks. So that you would basically just do the send-in fee for us. So the send-in fee is $34.99 and then you have to buy the Hall effect or TMR joysticks. So it's going to be $44.99 for the Hall effect and then TMR is $54.99. So we always recommend if you guys are going to get your controller, stick drift resistant, so you're going to install one of those things, you might as well get some of the other upgrades too, because there's only one send-in fee when we do those sorts of things. So that means when they're here, you might as well get some other stuff done because it's going to be better bang for your buck. So for FPS, TMR is better than Hall effect. Savage TV, I would say TMR is better than Hall effect. For like any sort of gaming, but it just depends on the user. We do not offer different tensions on the sticks, O'Brien. It's a good question though. But Savage, I'll be honest with you, brother, the difference between Hall effect and TMR is so minimal that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I actually do have your board ready. Your particular board, so if you wanted to switch this to TMR, I'm assuming we could just do that on one of your different ones, Savage, because this is already ready for you. This is your actual board, so we would have to take a look. Thumb grips, yeah, brother. The interchangeable joysticks, by the way, guys, you can just get those off of our website as DIY, although you do have to like take apart your controller to do that. We have some really good DIY options on the website, guys. Can you use a PS4 controller with paddles to a PS5, please? Can't you use a PS4 controller on PS5 natively? Cam says, I'm loving this. All right, Savage. Sounds good, brother. Just PlayStation for the time being, guys. All right, let me put that down. Mister, you're gonna want to check out our TikTok video that looks like this. It's like a pinned thumbnail, and there's a couple joysticks on there, and that actually talks about the difference between Hall Effect potentiometer and TMR joysticks. All right, what I'm gonna do now, guys, is take 4 screws and get this thing closed up. Okay. We'll get one more done, and I am for sure going to do this guy right here. Way faster than doing this by hand. Riddick, appreciate that follow. Yeah, this is a sweet build. Again, guys, I don't even know if anyone else is offering this. These are raised menu buttons. You guys see how tall those are? So much easier to press than normal menu buttons. We also have the split D-pad, which individualizes the clicks rather than have it being based on like a rocker system. So much better. Where do you guys get your mouse click triggers? Brother, we make these. We do make these. In-house, my friend. What bit is that? This is the vessel, guys. If you're asking for the screwdriver, the electric one. This right here, I don't even know. I got it on Amazon. But it's a PH 00 or 000, which is what you need to do the screwdrivers. Excuse me, the screws. That's the sizes. PS5 controller has a short lifespan. Mine just got stick drift and only had it for a little over a year. Yeah, that's why we always offer the Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. Those are basically stick drift proof. Joseph, appreciate that follow, brother. Guys, he's also getting, this is such a good deal. Honestly, I don't know why this isn't in every order. It's about 50% of our orders though. So this is a 6-foot braided cable. It works on your phone and your PS5 controller as well. So this is legit. This is going in the order for 10 bucks. Let me go ahead and get the trim piece in here, and then we're going to get the bumpers. Someone says edge controllers are great. Edge controllers are cool and all, but you are going to have to replace those joysticks for sure. Which a lot of people price gouge those and buy them off the market. So we just fixed that issue by installing Hall Effect or TMR joysticks from the get-go to make sure you don't get stick drift. It's actually a good deal. Yeah, 10 bucks for those is pretty darn good. Guys, this is a sweet controller. I'm not gonna lie. Like this might be one of my personal favorites. Let's take a look at this, all right? This is free. These primary buttons are free because they went with the stock options. The home button is also free because that's stock as well. They did get the interchangeable joysticks, so you literally can just pop these off for the different ones we talked about before. So much better, guys. It's $19.99 for these things. You get 6 different options. These things last forever. I would recommend anybody to get these things. They look fantastic and they're super rubbery too. So your fingers are not going to go anywhere. They last a long time. Mouse click bumpers and triggers, guys. And again, they got the split D-pad with the raised menu buttons, which are way easier to press for all of these. And they got the tactile face buttons as well. They removed the rumble motors. Well, technically I did for them, but they ordered it without them to make this controller much lighter. And then they didn't go with any back paddles or whatever. But let's go ahead and switch views. If you guys want to head on over, to the YouTube channel, if you want to see the full-on calibration process right now, King Nate, brother, he's legit. He does use one of our controllers as well. We are going to watch, if you guys are on the YouTube, we are going to go ahead and calibrate the joysticks right now. If you guys want to see how to try and temporarily fix your own stick drift, I need you guys to go to the YouTube page. It's just Get a Grip Gaming. Search that on YouTube, join our live. I'm literally going to switch views for those of you on YouTube right now, and we're going to take a look at how we can start calibrating this. Unfortunately, I can't do that for TikTok because I don't have the dual views here. So I'll give it like 30 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and start the calibration process. If you guys are wondering how to do this though, it's our first pinned video on TikTok. Same as TikTok name, brother. It's just Get a Grip Gaming. Just Get a Grip Gaming. We don't do Xbox yet, Hunter, for full customization. We're gonna do that later. You're a tout. Appreciate that follow, brother. Says wait, let me switch. Just switched. Awesome. Thanks, Oscar. Sweet, sweet. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna switch the scenes so you guys can take a look at what I'm looking at. YouTube, can you guys see this? You guys should be able to see my hands here from TikTok. Mystery is awesome. You guys should now be able to see the calibration tool as well. Can you guys see when I activate these buttons, like what it's doing on there? You see how they're activating? Do you guys see how the joysticks they're not very centered right now? That's because we just installed the Hall Effect joysticks on this. So this process I'm about to do is literally the same as what's in that TikTok video. So this is just to visualize what's going on with the controller. If you go to this website though, the calibration tool, you connect your controller, you just basically follow the steps. So the first thing we want to do is, you see how the sticks aren't very centered in the middle? The first thing we want to do is calibrate the stick center, and we'll just hit start. And then it says, please move both sticks to the top left corner and release them. When the sticks are back in the center, press continue. We're going to do this for any of the corners. So that's the top left. We'll hit continue. It's the same process for all 4 corners. It's just top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And then you guys are going to see how much more centered the joystick is. So watch this. Watch this on this last one. Like, especially notice the left joystick. Do you guys see the left joystick? We'll hit continue. Just like that. See how awesome that is? And then we're going to check the circularity. Watch how bad the circularity is, guys. Do you see that? It's because we haven't calibrated anything yet. So now we're going to calibrate this stick range. I'm going to go ahead and start this process again. And again, for those of you on TikTok wondering what we're doing, if you guys are on our YouTube right now, you'll be able to see us do the calibration live. And this is how you can also try and temporarily fix your own stick drift. Okay? This is for PS4 and PS5. For Xbox, guys, if you want to do this, you need to download something called Xbox Accessories app. And then they actually have their own calibration tool. It's just something Microsoft does. But for PS4, PS5, you for sure want to take a look at this. Do you guys see how I'm just rotating the joysticks around pretty slow? So we'll do this one more time. Hit done. Okay, and then you always want to check the circularity before you hit save. Do you guys see how much better that is? Before you hit save. And we are going to save these permanently. Now, I always do this twice on brand new controllers. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this whole process. I'm going to go through it much faster this time. Just because this was a brand new installed Hall Effect joystick. So we'll just continue these steps. But appreciate all you people on YouTube. Guys, be sure to drop a subscribe. You can even turn the notifications off. We're just trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's the goal. We hit 10,000 on TikTok, which is amazing. Continue grinding this company out, guys. And again, we're just going to go around the town here. If you guys are wondering what the difference between the different joystick options are, we do have a video on TikTok, which you guys would really benefit from. It's basically my hand holding the 3 different types of joysticks that we offer. The stock potentiometer ones, the Hall Effect joysticks, and then the TMR joysticks. All right, let's head back over here, guys, and show you the difference. We'll test out the circularity too. Look at the center point now. Do you guys see how the center point is 0.00392? Incredible. Incredible. Average errors are way better too, guys. Do you see this? Way better. Anything under 9 is really good. Mikey, we do fix controllers. So one thing we like to do is we have a repair and mail-in controller option, where if you guys want to mail in your controller and have us do the repairs / upgrades for it, we can absolutely do that. We can absolutely do that. TikTok can't see the screen. That's correct. It's only on the YouTube where you guys can see the calibration tool. But do you guys see this? How all of them are at 0.00392, and then the average error rates at 6.9 and then 8.6%. Stock controllers, guys, are anywhere from 9 to 15% on the outer threshold errors, which are just terrible. Just terrible. So anything under 9% is really good. So that's looking good. All right, guys, we're going to go back to the main scene now. Shyler, I don't know if I remember you. We do not have Xbox, guys. Do you have a price charting on the website? Mexalicious, we do have the prices when you go to customize the controller. You can see the different prices on there. Like, they'll pop up with what the different prices are. You know what I mean? Raha, we actually build this for you. If you go to our website, we do have some DIY options. Nate King, you're going to want to check out the video on TikTok that looks like this, bro. You guys, everybody look at the screen right now. If it looks like this is the thumbnail for the video. It talks about the 3 different options we have for the joysticks. Essentially, the Hall effect and TMR use magnets, so you don't have to worry about that friction always causing stick drift. And they just last way longer than the stock potentiometers. The TMR joysticks are usually better than the Hall effect, simply because they have less power consumption than the Hall effect, which makes your battery life last longer. And then they do have more durability and are more precise. We don't do anything with scuff. Sorry, Mikey. Shyler, I'd have to take a look. I'd have to take a look back at the messages, honestly. Richie says, I got a really random question. I hopefully have an answer for you. Bradley on YouTube says, that's good to know and awesome. Brother, appreciate you. We don't do anything with the PS portals. Not yet, anyway. We'll expand into doing much more than just what we do now, but give us some time. You know what I mean? White Boy, appreciate that follow, brother. Game Room, appreciate that follow. Natalie, appreciate that follow. All right, guys, give me a second. Give me a second. I need to take a drink. Hold on. I've been talking for like half an hour. Okay, gorgeous. Do you guys want to see what we've built so far? Let's just take a look at these. I'm running out of room on the desk. I need to upgrade. Brutal, we don't do anything with the scuff controllers, bro. They purposefully don't use Hall effect or TMR joysticks because they want you guys to buy more from them once they break. It's a whole marketing play. We don't do that. Alright, this is the one we just built, guys. The interchangeable joysticks, just like this. It's got the split D-pad, so each one of these buttons is individually pressed like that. Raised menu buttons, which allows to activate these way easier. Mouse click bumpers and triggers. Hall effect joystick, so this thing doesn't get stick drift. Awesome. We do battle beavers, yeah. We'll repair those. This was the controller that we did. I believe it was yesterday, but again, we couldn't ship these out because it's President's Day today. 8 remappable buttons on this, if you guys want to take a look at that. For those wild gamers out there who need the capabilities to have 8 buttons on the back of their controller, you won't have to press any of the face buttons anymore because your thumbs are going to be constantly on the thumbsticks, and then you'll just press the back buttons, right? Mouse click bumpers and triggers. They also got the mouse click face buttons as well. TMR joysticks, guys. Looking really good. This one, pretty similar to the last one. They also got the 8 remappable buttons. Super popular, guys. They did get the split D-pads as well. So each one of these buttons is individualized, and they got the raised menu buttons too. So these are easier to press. White joysticks, looking pretty clean. They got the normal button presses though, so they saved some money with that. And then obviously this is one of our pro controllers, guys. Hall effect joysticks standard on these things. Tactile face button standard. Mouse click bumpers and triggers standard. And then we have the option of 2 paddle, 4 paddle, 8 remappable buttons, or none. Oscar, if you've got 2 controllers, brother, you're going to want to send us a message through the website because we do discounts if you send them in more than one. Yeah, they all look sweet, guys. All right, I've got to actually put these to the side here because I need some room on the desk. So if you guys are on YouTube, this will be a cool view for you guys because you'll see all the different controllers we've got built. Obviously, we don't just like keep these controllers here because these are real orders. They will go to customers. So all of these will get play tested and shipped out tomorrow. But we are actually going to start the process on another one right now. Charlie says, how much for the black one with gold? It depends which one you get since they have no paddles, 2 paddles, 4 paddles, and 8 buttons. but under the website, guys, they're all under the Buy Pro Controller section. Pro Controller section. So this is the order right here. They did get the split D-pad, and they are going to get the tactile face buttons and bumpers and triggers. So I've got to get a lot of this ready. This is the motherboard that's going in already. It's got Hall effect joysticks with the interchangeable joysticks as well. If you're saying upgrade cheaper controllers just like the stock controllers, yeah, we upgrade just the stock controllers. All right, so let me take a look at this one, guys. Let me see what we got here. All right, they're not getting haptics. They're removing the rumble motor. The menu buttons are black, and they're the raised menu buttons. Let me grab those. I'll show you guys. Yo, Savage, this is yours, brother. Juice says, I bought a controller from you, probably remember. Why do the joysticks break off? Huh? Brother, if your joysticks break off, that's probably because you've been throwing it or something. I don't know what you're talking about. How would you even break joysticks just by playing? There's no way. Alright, so we're going to get those installed in just a second. The other thing I want to do first is the joystick rings. He got some red ones. Nice. Juice is probably just capping, guys. Clickbaiting. Alright, we're actually going to move these to the side for just a second. Alrighty, why we do this first is obviously we just flipped over the controller. So if we had installed a bunch of the different buttons, they would all just fall out right now. So that is why we that's why we do this part first. This is what it looks like though, guys. The red ones look really good. Here's for my YouTube people as well. You guys see that? The red ones look awesome. Where do you recommend buying things to go upgrade a PS5 controller, and what is a good brand? Brother, us. Go to getagripgaming.com. Us, dude. Guys, I think some of you are confused. So, like, I'm not just a guy that, like, builds controllers for fun on here. I'm actually the owner of Get a Grip Gaming. So what we do is we'll take a normal controller. Oh, Juice, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, that is listed in our frequently asked questions. So if you get a controller and you have like different colors on the joysticks, if you guys make note of that, if you have control freaks on those, they're going to eat at the top of those. They're going to eat at the top of those joysticks. What I mean by that is, like, if you put an attachment on like the stock joystick options or some other joystick options aside from the interchangeable joysticks, they're going to eat away at that plastic because you're constantly rubbing in on it. You know what I mean? We just do PS5 for the time being, guys. All right, let's get these menu buttons in here as well. All right, let's take a look at what else we got. So what was his primary buttons? They were black as well. Okay, let me grab those. Bags of buttons, guys. Bags of buttons. We got you, bro. Yeah, we don't do Xbox, brother. Not yet. The only thing we do for Xbox is replace the joysticks, the stock ones, with TMR joysticks. I really need to like put these in a bin or something, so it's just way easier to get into. When you first started, was it easy or difficult to work on a computer? Huh? Richie, I've been working on a computer for like years. Oh, for a controller. Okay, that makes more sense. Brother, when I first started, I about gave up like right when I started. So before I had started this company, I had wanted, the whole reason I started it actually was because I just wanted more options for like the back buttons. I thought a company should do 8 buttons on there because I played a lot of Apex Legends, and a game like that or a game like Fortnite, you could seriously benefit from having more buttons on the back of the controller rather than just 4. And I like literally could not find any other options than just 4, maybe a couple other companies here and there, but they weren't compatible with what I wanted. So I was just like, you know what, let's just start a company that does this because no one else offers it. And so that's what I did. That was actually the start of the company. We designed the 8 remappable buttons, which this controller is actually getting. This is a total game changer, guys. Like, especially the 2 up top. Total game changer. So that's how the company started. I was also just sick of, you know, the other custom controller company options out there. The build times were so bad. Like, you would customize a controller, right? Like, let's say one of the big boys, and it would literally take them like 2 months to finish your controller. And if you wanted it done faster, you'd have to pay for like, you have to pay an extra $50 to get your order like fast tracked to have them build it in 2 weeks, which is just insane. And then maybe you didn't like something, so you go to return it and they charge you like a 30% restocking fee, and the controller costs like $450. So you're like, hold on, I'm out $120 after waiting 2 months for a controller I got and then didn't like. It's like, what is this? It's such a joke. Yeah, it took them a month. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have had similar experiences like that. When you guys put in an order through us, that's why I like particularly why we have way too many builders for the orders we get, is because we'll have your controllers done within 2 or 3 days and shipped out to you guys. When I saw 3 days, this is very true. Yeah. I bought a controller from a company, it took over a month. Yes, that's correct. And we actually have real customer support, guys. You know what I mean? Like, we don't just have people that like ignore you. Like, we have real customer support. So like, when someone has an issue, they know just to go to our website, send us an email, and like, we'll get you guys taken care of. You know what I mean? How much is it to get a controller? Bikes are who we are. Brother, go ahead and check out our website. Everything we do is customized, so I can't give you like one set price. David James, appreciate that follow, brother. Let me check out what he got for his home button here. He also got red. There it is right there. Red looks really clean. Here's for my YouTube people as well. Here's the red. Alright, so just like that, guys, we're completely done with the front of this controller. I can't flip it over yet because all the buttons will fall out. But there's 2 things I need to finish up the inside truly, and that's these inserts here. So what these inserts do, because he got the tactile face buttons, what these inserts do is they allow that to be pressed properly. So we just install those on the middles of these, and these are our molds. Like, everything we do is our stuff, right? So just like that, we're completely done with the front of the controller. We can start on the inside of this thing. So this is what a normal controller looks like, guys. We're actually just going to start like taking it apart. This is how we do like everything. Who else has a question for you guys? What's the website? Guys, it's the same as our TikTok name, same as our YouTube name. It's just Get a Grip Gaming. GetAGripGaming.com. If you Google that, it's probably better. It is linked in our TikTok bio. I believe it's on YouTube as well, but... What's my opinion on Cinch? I think they're starting to do some of the stuff that makes controller companies bad. Like, they'll have the restocking fee. Their orders take a while now. They don't do many development. Like, we're currently doing new development for stuff. Even after doing development for other things more recently. So like, we put all of our money back into expanding this company. And when I mean we, since I'm the owner, I'm talking about me. Like, literally, guys, put into development on this company, like just last year, 170,000, because we're coming out with some really fun, exciting things. So we're not just here to like collect money and then that's it. Like we're always developing new stuff and improving our product. So it makes us exciting. Are paddles the only option, or can you also do buttons? Richie, that's actually what's in development for us right now, which is pretty exciting. So maybe in a few months, if you guys are real button nerds, you're going to want to check us out for sure. Todd, appreciate that follow. Zach, appreciate that follow. Todd Grayson with the share, appreciate you. So we're going to snip these as well. These are not needed because these are the rumble, the adaptive triggers, since he's going to get the mouse click bumpers and triggers. We do not do anything PS4 for the time being, guys. And again, just to show you guys, usually we like to work on these with the rumble motors installed just because they sit up properly, but this is how you would take them out. You just apply some pressure and they just pop out like that. Companies charge you $15 for this. It's free for us. You just select that option. Do you guys see how easy that is? That's $15 at a competitor. It's crazy. That's what I'm talking about, where like companies just start to do some stuff that you're like, what? You charge for that? So how we grow, guys, is by word of mouth and customers just being really happy with their orders. So we're going to take this off. This is actually something that you can buy from us for $15, I think. It's the DIY membrane. If you guys want to try and replace these yourselves, these are brand new. This will go into our stock, and then we'll baggage that up to be used later on for people that want to do that. Chef Baby, appreciate those hearts, brother. Richie, sounds good, man. For the people that want to just do some DIY stuff themselves. So we do need to install something here really quick. This is something that if a controller has any modifications whatsoever, you want to make sure that the terminal pad is reading properly. So we're going to go ahead and install this. You basically just double up the layer on the pads so everything can read properly on the board. So we're going to get that installed, push that down, looking good, and then we're going to get the tactile face buttons for this guy. So we'll install those right now. Just like that. Looking good, and then you just pull it on over this and apply it on both sides. And then we're also going to get the bumpers and triggers, which looks something like this. Whoops. I am feeling better, JG. I am feeling better. Chef Baby, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. How you been? And since we do actually manufacture these guys, these are straight from El Factory, so we need to file these down. There's just some two little plastic things that protrude through, so I'm gonna go ahead and file those super quick. Just makes it flat for the installation process, and then we'll get this thing installed. There we go. We do not fix SCUF controllers, unfortunately, brother. They make it extremely hard to get into those, and we would never want to damage one and then have to buy a new SCUF for you. That's like my worst nightmare. They do their own repairs, but my goodness, are they expensive. At that point, you might as well just get a controller from us. User 189, appreciate that follow. Can I buy one from you already done? 100%, dude. 100%. That's usually what we do, guys. You don't just send in your controllers for the repair and upgrade, although a lot of people do that. Obviously, what we typically do is you just buy a brand new controller from us, and then we'll get that customized out for you guys. Okay, so bumpers are black, triggers are red. Let me go grab those. So there's one trigger. Here's another one. These are the bumpers. We'll get these later. And if you guys are new here, for sure appreciate dropping that follow. Any sort of growth helps out the channel a ton, especially on different social medias like YouTube. We do have an Instagram. We do have a Twitter. We do have a Twitch, although I've only gone live on there like twice or so. YouTube for sure. But we appreciate you guys supporting us on all those different channels. Helps out the algorithm a ton. And obviously, the more we grow, the cheaper our options can get because of wholesale quantities and stuff. And just makes everyone's lives a bit better. You know what I mean? Support your local business. Wow, Iron Jason shared this. JG with the follow. Lost Dog with the follow. Compton, California with the follow. Braxton Wilson with the follow. Briggs Wayne with the follow. Appreciate you guys. Welcome in. Welcome to the GGG fam. All right, so just like that, guys, we're completely done with at least the trigger installation. So we can go ahead and apply that, and then we'll get the brackets sent in. I need to make one more adjustment to this controller. Do we do GameNetics controllers? Like for repairs? We do. We do. Hey, are the yellow and black one only one available? JG, when you're talking about a pre-built controller, the Pro controllers are the pre-built ones. Those are the pre-built ones. Where'd you guys put those? There we go. Trying to hide them from me. So one last thing as well. We do have the we have the mute button there, and then we have the membrane pad which goes behind the home button. Just like that. We'll install those. I say just like that, but I missed the insert. There we go. That's better. Now we can go ahead and put this on. So this is the front shell on the actual inner parts of the controller. This is what it's going to look like, guys. It's going to look sweet. Now the first thing we want to do when we're doing when we're connecting these things is actually get everything attached, especially when we took out the rumble motors, because it just makes it very top heavy. So if I were to let go of this, it's just going to lay down on its face. So we want to make sure these are actually attached. And how we do that is we just screw it. There's one little screw here on the side we're going to start with. Yeah, it's ready to ship. That's right, JG. Brother, that's awesome. That's awesome. Looking forward to it. Namir, appreciate that follow, brother. Do we repair Xbox joysticks? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This looks relaxing / mesmerizing to watch. Toonie, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. I could relax you straight to our website so you purchase a controller. Levi, that's called stick drift. And what you're going to want to get is Hall Effect or TMR joysticks. Why remove the vibration function? That's a good question. Some people just hate that when they're playing games. Some people want their controller significantly lighter. So he doesn't want the vibration. He probably wants a lighter controller. So that's why he selected to have that removed. PS4 controller won't charge. Shows it is, but it won't. Dakota, you'd probably have to take that in for inspection, but honestly, if it's something with the motherboard, you're probably better off just getting a new controller, if I'm being real with you. Yeah, they are pretty heavy. I'll show you guys the rumble motors. Here, take a look at them. Here's from our people on YouTube. You guys see how big these are? It's hard to see the weight, but like, these are solid. Totally solid. And there's 2 of those, so when you get them removed, for the haptics, you know, it makes your controller much lighter. Do work on PS4. We don't do anything on PS4 right now, brother. We started in August of 2024 with just PS5. We've had tremendous success. So we were in development, guys, on all this stuff getting ready for PS5 launch for like 2 years. Awesome, there we go. All right, I need to get a couple inserts for the triggers, and then I'll show you guys what that looks like. So there's 2. And the other 2. So essentially what we'll do here is we'll get these installed on the switches. That's going to help with that insert. And then we'll go to the other side and get that as well. These are our own molds. We will be releasing these as DIY. So if you guys want to try and do this yourself, we will have that option available later on. We do some things as DIY on the website. We do have the split D-pad. We do have the increased menu button heights as well. We sell those as a bundle. You actually get like the full set. Pretty good price as well. I forget how much it is, but it's significantly cheaper to do it yourself for the buttons. But a lot of people really like those options. All right, let me get this insert in as well. You guys know what music I play? Can you guys identify who this is? Yeah, of course it'd be mouse click trigger. That's actually what I'm installing right now. You guys ready? Can you hear this, YouTube? So all we need to do for this is grab the insert, put it in there, and then we'll grab the adhesive to make sure that stays in place. So just like that. Quick little adhesive. Just like that. And then we'll do the other side as well. Sounds really good. This one's gonna be fire, guys. This one's gonna be fire. Just help it dry faster. Put that right over there. And then we're actually gonna leave this alone for just a hot second. We're going to take a look at the motherboard and show you guys. We do have the interchangeable joystick on these. I got banned on my phone, so I'm on a new device. Sorry about that, bro. You guys seem like genuine folks. I would buy a remote from you guys. Appreciate you, Toonie. Trell, appreciate that follow. What's your YouTube? Uncle asked. It's just the same as our TikTok. YouTube is just Get a Grip Gaming. Get a Grip Gaming. Did you guys fix triggers on PS5 remote? Mine got really loose for some reason. Toonie, you might actually be able to do this one yourself. What you're going to want to do is head to the website. We have something called PS5 trigger springs. So what he's talking about, hopefully you guys can see this. Do you guys see this little, let me show YouTube too. Do you guys see that little spring right here? That little spring for the trigger. Can you guys see this right here? Sometimes those get worn down and they just don't bend properly. But if you guys want to try and replace those with a brand new one, you might be able to go to our website and get some of that. We do have some, again, guys, the DIY options like the tactile face buttons. Just, you know, we'll mail it to you in a poly mailer. You guys make the edits if you are comfortable doing that sort of thing. Otherwise, I would recommend you guys have us do it. KJ, appreciate that follow, brother. We are looking good, guys. We are looking good. Let's get that speaker in there. Well, first, let's check if he has that in the order. Okay, he does. He does have that in the order. It's around here somewhere. I don't know where I got the country accent from, but I got it. Okay, we'll take these out. Awesome. Hey, join because I saw the live again. Can you remind me how much it would be to customize my own personal controller? Sen, it literally just depends on what you customize. You know what I mean? Like, we have a lot of different options for customization. So it does depend on what your specific build is. I would say an average order is anywhere from like 225 to like 350. That's, you know, with some cosmetic and some different upgrades on the controller as well. The best of the best possible, you guys will probably $395. Is if you get absolutely everything customized in all of our top options, you're gonna run like $395. To avoid stick drift, how much? That's just Hall Effect joysticks or TMR joysticks. Hall Effect is $44.99 and TMR joysticks are $54.99. If you want to know the difference between the two joysticks, since I know some of you are already about to ask or are thinking about asking. Yeah, that's right. I read your minds. You guys can look at our video on TikTok. The thumbnail looks something like this. and it talks about 3 different joystick options right there. What PS5 controller do you recommend? Alejandro, ours. Our controllers, brother. Do you repair as well? Yes, we do. You guys can actually send in your controller, get it repaired, and or upgraded at the same time. So like, let's say you have certain buttons that don't work and you just want the tactile face buttons anyway. You guys could send that in to us, get those upgrades, get some Hall Effect joysticks or TMR joysticks so you don't have stick drift anymore. Get some interchangeable joysticks, which will help you guys out a ton, and maybe some back paddles. Like, that's the process that you guys can do. You can even customize it while you're at it. Give me a second, guys. Alright, I had to put the membrane pad where it's supposed to go underneath the board, and I literally just can't see it with the phone in front of my face. I'm sorry. I would love to be able to show you guys, but it's like right where I need to be looking on the controller to actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Much better. All right, let's get this plugged in. I got a controller from Cinch Gaming and I got scammed. For real? What do you mean? What'd they do to you, bro? Junior, appreciate that follow, brother. Website? Lost Stone, you're going to want to head to our TikTok bio. It's just getagripgaming.com if that link doesn't work for you, but it is in the bio. Elijah, appreciate that follow. Chad, appreciate that follow. Austin, appreciate that follow. We do not do anything Xbox yet, guys, yet. We're going to come out with that super soon. We're in development on some really fun stuff, though, guys. You paid $400? Clinton, appreciate that follow. Gave you that follow as you're doing that grind. Zach, appreciate you, brother. But again, listen to these mouse clicks, guys. You ready for this? Oh, yeah. That's so crispy. Giving me chills. Ooh. I paid $400 from SG Gaming, and I used it for a week, and then my mouse click trigger broke. That's crazy. Hector, appreciate that follow. Brother, that would be covered under our warranty for sure. Atomic, we do not sell PS4 controllers or customize those right now. We are going to offer those later this year, guys. We are going to offer those later this year. Yeah, they sound so good. LB, you could send it in to us, brother. I mean, you're going to have to do the repair and upgrade thing. But we would take a look at that for you and get those things repaired. How much is it to get a controller fixed versus new one stick drift? Essentially, guys, you're going to save $50 if you send in one of your controllers to have us repair / upgrade it. $50. But I have a question. Why would you recommend the mouse click triggers over the regular ones? Sen, it depends on what games you play, okay? So if you play racing games and you need to pull down that trigger, like for the accelerator, you're not going to want to get mouse click bumpers and triggers. You know what I mean? Oscar, that is correct. Okay, so what he's asking, guys, this is a question from YouTube, so you guys are not going to be able to see this. I saw your how to identify controller version on the website. The only thing that looks similar on the second row, but far left rather than the center or the right, it says G3. That is correct, Oscar. You're in the right spot. That is version 3 of the controller. So what I essentially tell you guys on the website is how to identify what version your motherboard is of the controller. Then we need to know that when we're doing the different upgrades. You need a place to get a CD drive fixed too? I can't help you with that, brother. Can you show me the front? Yeah. It looks sweet. I think they're going to get a black trim. I'd have to check though. BK, what I'm saying is if you buy a brand new controller for us, we have to get those at retail prices. So literally it would cost $85 for just the base controller. And we don't just sell base controllers. And that's where it starts for pricing. For the repair / mailing controller, the cost to send it in to us and have it inspected, have it cleaned, and have the labor done is $34.99. That also includes the shipping back to you guys. So that's why the repair / mailing controller is a lot cheaper if you're going to get a customized controller. You know what I mean? Like if you've got a controller that has stick drift already and you maybe wanted a customized controller, why not just use your current controller and then just get those different upgrades? The upgrades have to be compatible with our different options though. What I mean by that is like this, for example, this remappable flex here, this is only on versions 3, 4, and 5. If you have super old versions, we don't have those because those are just dying controllers. Like they're not really in circulation anymore unless your controller's about ready to kick. You know what I mean? Sorry guys, getting a drink. Again, for anyone asking, does the joystick thumbnail, a thumbnail is just a picture before the actual video on our TikTok, that goes into the different options for Hall Effect or TMR if you guys want to watch that later on for the difference between the two. Essentially though, guys, you know what, let's just do it now. TikTok, do you want to see the difference? Let me hold this build. You guys ready to see the difference? Listen up, okay? Since so many of you are asking this stuff. Let me show you guys the inside of a stock potentiometer and why it's so trash. You guys ready for this? Okay. What did I just do here? TikTok, pay attention. I just took off the potentiometer side of a stock joystick. Okay? A stock joystick. If you guys have a normal controller, this is what's in yours. So I'm going to put this side down. Underneath of this, if I take this out, which is a little bit tricky to do sometimes. Okay. Do you guys see this tiny little metal plastic film? YouTube, can you guys see this? That tiny little metal film? That is what causes stick drift for 99% of you guys, okay? That metal film actually reads with the sensors on where the X-axis and the Y-axis are on this controller. It's trash. It breaks all the time and it gets dirt and debris on the inside of it. So I just put it back in. All right, just since I undid this, don't worry, I'm never gonna actually use this one. These are just product props. Just because of that, when I move the X and Y axes and there's dirt and debris on the inside, your controller can read that wrong and essentially have it off-centered. So your joystick acts like it's here or here, even though it's not actually there and it's in the center, okay? What Hall Effect joysticks do, if I were to pop this off, they don't have that. They have none of that. They have a magnet on the inside, which actually reads with this black box. The TMR joystick is similar in the way that it's designed, except it actually has some quantum technology behind it with the way that these magnets read with the box. I can't even describe the technology behind this because it's too complicated for me. All I know is the guys who invented this technology won the Nobel Peace Prize in like 1968 or 1988. These are more durable, more precise, and have less power consumption than the Hall Effect. So that's why TMR joysticks are considered like some of the best. So that is why your controllers get stick drift, and that is why if you get them with Hall Effect or TMR, you're not gonna have to worry about that issues. You guys can also just recalibrate these later. If anyone asks again what the difference between the joysticks are, I'm just gonna say, refer to the video. How long till we do Xbox? Guys, it really just depends. If our company continues to do really, really well and we keep getting orders, that allows us to have more money for the different products that we do, especially research and development too, so that will speed up the timeline. I'm assuming right now, about halfway through 2025, we'll do Xbox. All right, I'm gonna get this pre-tested before we get on any of the back shelves, making sure everything is functioning properly. So far, we're looking really good. I'm gonna test out the joysticks. Wow, I did a great installation of those. We're also gonna do the bumpers too. Nice. Nice, looking really good. We only repair Xbox joysticks. We don't do anything else with those. So we have this tested. Everything is working phenomenally. I'm gonna insert the mic cables. There's 2 more inserts. And then we're actually going to attach the back shell, which has 8 remappable buttons on this thing, so stick around to see that. We don't do anything with PS4 controller. We do actually do the TMR joysticks on PS4, but nothing else. So if you guys like just want your TMR joysticks replaced on PS4, that would be it. What's the math on joysticks? Griffin, can you expand on that for me a little bit? What do you mean the math on joysticks? No mouse triggers on Xbox? Austin, we don't have that just yet, brother. We don't even do customization for Xbox yet. Toonie says, bro, 8 buttons on the back is the most I've ever heard. Do those come stock? No, those do not come stock. That's our 8 remappable button attachment. We are the only company to actually offer that. He says, I'll be waiting. No mouse triggers for PS4 either. That is correct. We don't even customize PS4, guys. We only customize PS5 for the time being. All right, let's take a look at the back shell. 8 remappable buttons, guys. You see it? What's with the camera that you just put on? What are you talking about? What are the parameter input and output voltage on the joystick? Brother, it's a good question. I probably have to check with my my researchers and developers. They would know the answer to that stuff. There we go. Okay, we got this installed. Correct. For Xbox and PS4, the only thing we do is install TMR joysticks. That is it for the time being. San, appreciate you, bro. Alright, guys, let's get this installed. We'll move the remapping chip to a better location on the inside. Done. Here's some crunching. Totally normal. This one looks sweet. Yeah, 8 remappable buttons, guys, is no joke. You're kind of low while talking. If I move the mic closer, does that help, brother? Yeah, this looks clean, guys. This looks clean. Let me see what they got. Oh, I already know what they got because we got them ready earlier. They got the black bumpers. So I'm actually going to grab the electric screwdriver because that's just way faster to do this. Yeah, this controller does look clean though, guys. And once we're done with this, I'll show you all the controllers we have on the desk going to ship out tomorrow. Can you do less than 8 buttons? 8 remappable buttons, guys, is $80. $80. Just for that. You can do 4. We have 2 paddles and 4 paddles. We will have coming very soon, guys. We're actually in the process of building that custom mold. It is insanely fun. It's also very expensive for me, so I hope you guys love it. We are in the process of getting buttons that you guys can put on the back of your controller. How many and where you would like. Okay? That's the exciting part. Let me see what he got for his trim piece here. Okay, he got the black one. Let me grab that. 10 seconds. Maybe less. Maybe less. Yeah, this is looking clean. This is a really cool build. What do you guys think? This is a dope controller. I'm not gonna lie. What's your favorite controller you worked on? There was a wooden and black one that I just loved. It had every option on it. It was so clean. This one is really cool too. Honestly, the ones I've done recently are like really nice. I love working on like when people get the top of the line like everything, I'm like, oh man, this controller's gonna be sweet. And then we upgrade them to like free shipping, like the UPS shipping. We don't do anything as edge controllers, guys. All right, once again, I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to head on over to our YouTube because we are going to start the calibration process for these joysticks. This is the same process, okay? This is the same process if you guys wanted to try and fix your own stick drift. Okay, if you wanted to try and fix your own stick drift temporarily, this is the exact same process that you guys would follow. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually rebinding these buttons so that when we go to test this is going to test out properly. So when you see the mute button flash a bunch of different times, that's just me entering the remapping mode and going ahead and rebinding these buttons. I have 2 more since there are 8 of these. So I'm going to do the last one right now. Just like that. Test these all out. And again, if you guys are on the YouTube, you guys are going to see the exciting calibration process. We are going to start that. Guys, the YouTube, we do have the OG controller coming as well. All prices for everything, guys, are seen on the website. The website is getagripgaming.com. Getagripgaming.com. Gravamonkey says, here from TikTok. Brother, welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this view switched for you guys. Ready? So TikTok won't be able to see this, but our YouTube live people will. This essentially is just a screen mirroring of the calibration tool that I'm on. So you guys can see that everything is activating properly. But do you guys see how the joysticks, obviously that average error rate is just terrible, but the joysticks, they're not perfectly centered yet. You got some jitter going on as well. They're not in the middle. We want to fix all of that. But you guys can see on YouTube, if I press these buttons, you see how that's actually activating the D-pad right now. And then if I press these back buttons, we're doing some of the other inputs as well. That's the capabilities of the 8 remappable buttons. So literally, you can press like almost all of these and just have them be like the normal face buttons. That's the beauty of the 8 remappable buttons. Keep your thumbs on the thumbsticks at all point in times. So now we're going to start calibrating this. We're going to start the calibration of the stick center, just like we did for the last one. And then you just follow the instructions. So we're going to move this to the top left, hit continue, move it to the top right, hit continue, bottom left, just like so, hit continue, and then bottom right, hit continue. Now that's going to fix our center point, and we're going to do the calibration range. Do you guys remember how bad the range was before? You guys can see how these are bleeding outside the circle too. The goal is to get it as close as possible. Almost none of them are like truly perfect. But anything under 9% is significantly better than normal joysticks. Stock potentiometers, like the blue one we were looking at earlier, the average error rate on those guys is around like 9 to 15%. So those are pretty bad. Anything under 9% we're happy with. And especially when the center point is at 0.00392, which is as low as we can possibly get them on PS5. So once we go around this a few times, we'll pop those back in the middle, hit done, and then I'm going to save these changes permanently. We can head back on over here and retest this. So if you flick the sticks, you'll be able to see that these are much more in line with the center point. And then we go ahead and test, we test out the average radius. This is actually really, really good. 4.9 and 7.3%. I want to fix this center point maybe a little bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this one more time. Just to make sure it's absolutely flawless, because we just installed the brand new Hall Effect joysticks, so we want to make sure that this is done perfectly. So just one more time for the center point, and we'll do the radius one more time, and then these joysticks are going to be flawless for this person. They're not going to have to deal with stick drift almost ever. But that's the benefits of getting Hall Effect joysticks or the TMR joysticks, which are technically even better than these. But both options are really good. And we'll do the range one more time. But appreciate all you guys hopping over to YouTube as well. Don't be Don't be shy about that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You can even turn the notifications off. Doesn't matter to us. We just appreciate the follow and support, guys. We do have other social medias as well. We've got Twitch. We've got Instagram. We've got Twitter or X. I'm pretty sure we have Threads. Does anyone use Threads? Because I'll be honest, guys, the only thing we see on Threads is like honey traps. You know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of Instagram models or something on Threads. Like fake Instagram models, like being run by bot accounts somewhere else. It's like, really? This is what you want people to come to the channel for? All right, so let's test this one more time, guys. This is going to be probably perfect. Yeah, 4.2 and 6.8% air is phenomenal, guys. Really good. And again, we did the remapping phase. I'll try and show YouTube this. It's L1, it's R1. It's right on the D-pad and square. If I hold those down, my menu button flashes. You guys see that? And then you can actually rebind just by holding down one of the face buttons and then a back button as well. And so now this back button is X. You guys hear that? LB with the GGs. Appreciate you, brother. But guys, we're looking really, really good on this controller. I'm going to go ahead and flip the scene back to the normal scene for you people on YouTube as well. Guys, this controller is ready. I'm going to go ahead and get all of them. All of the controllers we did on the desk, okay? So let me make some room here. Let me get all these, everything out of the way. There's a lot going on. And then this one we did earlier too. I don't even know where to put this one. Where do I put this one? Right there? Probably. Can you guys see all of these? All right, if you guys had to pick, okay, if you guys had to pick, TikTok, let me give you guys a better view. Hold on. Let me give you guys a better view. We're going mobile, TikTok. We're going mobile. All right, from top to bottom, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one are you guys picking? Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see a lot of 4s. I see a lot of 3s. Guys, 3s are pro controller. You guys can get these. These are ready to go. These ship out within like 2 days. A lot of people say 2. No one said 1 yet. 1 looks really clean too. Number 1 has the split D-pad and the raised menu buttons. Yeah, they just, honestly, they all look good. 4 all the way. They're all PS5, guys. Everything we do is PS5 for the time being. Someone says they want my PC. Yeah, the PC is probably the most expensive one. Can I hear what the clicky buttons sound like? Sure, bro. Hold on. Face buttons sound like this. Yeah, guys, the website is getagripgaming.com. Are y'all better than Shin's Gaming? For sure we are, bro. All right, TikTok, we got to go back to normal view. My arms are getting tired. Whew. Okay, beautiful. Again, guys, the best view is on our YouTube. We've got the overhead camera and we have a vertical camera as well. So you just have to flip it horizontally. It looks really good. Matthew, appreciate that follow. Ghost Whisperer, appreciate that follow. Thanks, bro. Love your work. Love you, Colin. My up arrow on the directional pad never works. Is it easy to fix alone? Subi, if you go ahead, what you guys can do if you guys are having individual button issues, this is what we would sell. Okay, so this is 15 bucks. This is the membrane pad. All right, so you would essentially just switch out all your buttons because that's just how they work. When one has an issue, you need to switch out all of them. You would get this, or you could get the tactile face buttons. We do have YouTube instructions on how to actually install these things, though. But you can try and do that DIY now. Now, if you guys wanted to go to our website and actually get your controller, excuse me, customized, while we go ahead and repair some things, or just straight up switched out, you can absolutely do that. You can absolutely do that. Yo, Ponzi, what's good, bro? How much is the one that's already built? Projected, are you talking about the Pro controller that we have? I think it's $299. I think it's $299. Again, that's 1 year warranty, guys. Everything comes with a custom carrying case. 1 year warranty on everything that we do, guys. Good customer service too, and it's going to ship out fast. How much to fix joystick lag? You're probably talking about stick drift. And again, what we would do to fix that, guys, is we would install Hall Effect or TMR joysticks for you. If you go to our website, you can see the different prices on those. We do have the repair and mailing controller as well, which a lot of people take advantage of. That is right. And we actually just got a couple orders while on live, which is really fun. So I love seeing that. We'll have to get to those tomorrow, though. Probably not going to be able to do them tonight, just because it already is. It's already 9 o'clock. I think we've been live for a while now. Are those tiny scissors? They actually are. They are tiny scissors. They are tiny scissors. You build them personally. Orin, I only build the ones that I want to for TikTok Live, unless someone puts in a request for me to personally build them theirs on TikTok Live, then I'll do that as well. Because otherwise I'll just have the builders do it, because I just can't be building controllers all day as the owner. You take requests on design. Destruction, we don't do that sort of design customization yet. We do have the options on the website, though. Do y'all upgrade the batteries? Yosef, we've looked into that. We just... Here's the problem, guys. As a company, when you do the batteries, let me show you something. So, like, this is what a normal battery looks like. You guys actually can get these individually from us if you want yours replaced. But when we get into like modified batteries, that's when it's all sorts of like compliance stuff as a company to do that. So we are taking a look at that for like the upgraded batteries. We also have to make sure that they fit in the controller with all the different things that we have going on in there, because if they're different than this and they're thicker, that's going to mess up some of the stuff that we do. You know what I mean? Does it cost more for you to do it on live? No, BMW, it does not. Same price. Same exact price. 100% the same price. How and where do you need tiny tools? Ponzi, that's what our competitors use to build with. We use real tools. You know, we use like actual tools. Excuse me. I'm just joking around, bro. They're just there for the aesthetics. I think tiny tools are pretty cool, like with the setup that we have. Actually, one thing that we're getting, which is going to look sweet. How do I request for you to build it on live? BMW, great question. When you put in your order on our website, getagripgaming.com, there's going to be a section towards the end when you customize the controller called Notes for Builders. What you're going to want to do in that section is just say like, hey, love the work. Could you please have the owner build it? And then the order request person / the customer support people will go ahead and send me an email and say, hey, we have a request for you to build it. And then they'll reach out to you and try and find a time to go live. I will be honest with you guys, sometimes my schedule's a little bit crazy, but I will try and do that as soon as possible, because we do get a lot of requests for that. Can you fix my knee? Is your knee a controller, Jackson? I wish, dude. I wish I could. Are you about to build one now? I mean, we just built 2 from start to finish. And we had to wait up on a couple of these that I built the other day because today's President's Day, so we couldn't ship out. You came late, or bro, for sure drop us a follow, because like all we do on this live is we'll build orders from customers that want me to personally build theirs on TikTok. You get what I mean? You guys want to do something fun? Who wants to do something fun? Who wants... Here's what we'll do, guys. It kind of is. It controls his leg. Well, technically that's just the muscle. Your brain controls everything. What brand clicky buttons you use? Tone, that's our own stuff. That's our brand. We make this stuff. You have pre-built controllers? Yeah, that would be this guy right here. One of the pro controllers, which looks sweet. Can I do glossy blue that's just matte color? That doesn't make any sense. We do have the blue. This is the blue that we offer. This is what it looks like. Here's one of the purple ones as well. If I get the changeable sticks, do I get all sizes? Yeah, correct. You get all 6 thumbstick caps when you get the interchangeable joysticks. The website just shows you like the different options that you can apply just to help you guys visualize. You want a Rick and Morty one? Sorry, brother. We don't do that customized yet. What he's asking about, guys, is the interchangeable joysticks. So like this guy right here, you guys see how these have the joysticks on them already? That's 2 of the 6. They also have the medium domed ones like this. Medium domed. And then they have the tall domed and the tall concave. So you guys have plenty of options for your joysticks when you get the interchangeable ones. You do not need control freaks with these. These things are amazing. This is what I personally use when I game. Not that I game anymore. I don't have time to do that. No time to do that. Well, gang, we've got all of these controllers calibrated. They need to go through testing. What's the red one on left side? This one right here? These are the white joysticks. And again, guys, if you get the colored joysticks, do not put control freaks on them. That's on our FAQ section. What it's going to do is it's going to eat the top of the joystick off. So if you get the colored joysticks, no control freaks. If you want to add control freaks, go with the stock joysticks. Those are also free. Or, of course, my recommendation is get the interchangeable joysticks. Those are just the best. Because you don't need control freaks whatsoever. Your thumbstick should be less about the cosmetics and more about the performance. You get what I mean? Jason, appreciate that follow, brother. What are control freaks? Essentially, they're things that go on top of the joystick module that like increase the height of the joystick. It's essentially like one of these, except way smaller, and it like clips on, but it chews into your joystick cap, so we don't like using them. I would much rather you guys just get the actual interchangeable joysticks. Those are way better. Way, way, way better. I got you, Tone. All right, gang. All right, gang. I got to get all of these controllers prepped and ready to go. We got to ship all these out. All of these have to go through gameplay testing as well. So I'll personally be doing that. Each of these goes through 30 minutes. So there's about 2.5 hours of my time right there. Plus the shipping process when I do these myself. So this is not something that's like super fast to do. So when someone's like, how fast can you build a controller? It's not just the building process. You know, I'll tell you as the owner, like you've got to get the inventory. You've got to research and develop these things. You then have to have the website for people to put in the orders. Sometimes there's exchanges. Sometimes there's returns. Sometimes there's issues with shipping, although that's rare because we like to use UPS. We do test every single controller. They package them up in the custom carrying case. I personalize a note, and so do our builders as well. So like it does take a long time just to do one controller. And if you guys are comfortable doing this yourself, we do DIY options, but sometimes you let the professionals do what they do best. You know what I mean? It's better bang for your buck that way because you won't waste so much time trying to do it yourself. But anyway, guys, appreciate you all for joining. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and show the custom carrying case. This is going to come into. Every controller comes in a custom carrying case like this, guys. Looks really good. Got the GGG logo. GGG. In the shape of a controller. Hard shell. You guys can walk around the mall with this. Take this to your friend's house, show it off. No, I'm just kidding, but really we recommend putting the controllers in those when you're done so it keeps the dust off of those as well. Our controllers do have Hall effect as well, of course, and TMR joysticks. But anyway, guys, it was a pleasure. I hope to see you guys very soon. We're always going live on different stuff. The way we grow as a company is through word of mouth. So if you guys found this entertaining, If you guys are in the market for a custom controller, hit us up for sure. If not, definitely share it with some friends who are in the market. Appreciate you guys so much. And as I always like to say, gamers, stay golden. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy gaming. Peace. Enjoy your night. Toodalooski.